Hey guys, so I am in Brooklyn for the weekend. Not the whole weekend, be honest with you, I'm leaving tomorrow, but heading to the fabric school today. So I did yesterday pick up This Sweet Sickness by Patricia Highsmith. Can't remember the name of the author. It was a subscriber pick for March. Currently reading it. It is crazy, wild, crazy. So I'll talk more about it when I get back to the house, but I'll take you guys with me, do a little bit of fabric shopping. Let's hope this store still exists since everybody's closing, and then head back to my parents. So yeah, welcome to Random Tuesday. All right. All right. So by the way, too, I didn't get to my run this morning. So this is me doing cardio. So hopefully I don't sound too crazy because I'm actually walking fast. But it's such a good day. I really should have pushed myself to run this morning, but I was tired. I went to a funeral yesterday and it ended super late at night with, seeing my friends. So it was just, one of those emotional days. So, yeah, so I had to regroup this morning. Yeah, it's kind of that kind of weekend. I don't know if you guys have been through. Everybody's been through similar things, but sometimes it can make you feel a way trying to get your mood back. So my mom wanted to come up with me, but she had a meeting, and part of me was like, she just want to come out and see what I can make her. If she watches, she gonna laugh. But I'll put my mother on pause because I've made my mother so much outfits last year, and half of them she hasn't worn yet. So we're not adding to the list until she starts wearing those outfits. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I am wearing one of my so I'm wearing one of my fanny bags. Perfect. Got a bottle of water. And I think I got 2 more blocks down and 3 across. So it's a little bit of a walk, but at least I'm getting some cardio in today. Alright. Guys, I am back in the house. My mom is cooking some soup. I'm still gonna order some food because my mom's soup is she on a health kick, so I know I'm still gonna be hungry. Anyway, Jamaican food, soup, our soup tends to be food and all that. She's gonna put it in there, but she's still trying to be healthy with it, which I appreciate, which I should, because I just got back, and before there was this one lady out there, And she was making like a bunch of these beads, and I love these beads. I can make it myself, but you know, I was like, yeah, let me support and get one. And it has some earrings. Again, these are things I can do, but I support a small vendor. So I bought this and the bracelet. I'm walking away and this woman said, you need to drink some more water. I'm looking at her like, I drink water all the time, but it's just how she looked me dead in the eye and said, you need to drink more water. And she's telling me her husband is diabetic and how his health turned around without any kind of medication or anything. Don't know why she felt to tell me this, but I just looked her dead in the eye as she's telling me this, and for some reason I appreciate her telling me this. I don't know what kind of foresee she's, you know, something that she's seeing me that she felt like she needed to say that, but I did appreciate it. But it was just like she was so serious about it. She said, you need to drink more water. I'm listening. I'm going to drink more water. So let's get back to some books, and then I'm going to show you the fabric I did get. So this is a book, subscriber pick. Never heard of it. So here's what happened. They had ordered one for me, but because the time it's gonna take, and with all the things that's happening now that we know with the library, I think they outsource. So I got the book, and then I got this was in the front, so I actually took it off, and it did say don't take it off, but I did. I slid it off and I put it in the back of the book because it's taped, and so I can see the front of the book and show you guys. So basically they were able to get this from the local university's library that they have, and they gave me an extended time with it. So normally you would get 3 weeks, and they gave me a month. So they gave me 4 weeks, a little over 4 weeks actually, to return the book. And then I guess they gotta return it back to the actual university that they borrowed the book from. It's actually not the university. This was one of the community college library, because the community college name is on here. So I appreciate that they did that, because the waiting that would have took for me to get this book, I would not have been able to read it for this month, and it would be anywhere from two months, even some more, before I would have gotten the brand new copy. They still going to get a copy for their library, because of the fact that I requested it, and just in case anybody else may see this, or friends or whatever want to borrow from the library. So that was the backstory for this, and I really appreciate that the woman that did that, because if you watch a previous vlog where I talked about that, how she was just like impressed at the fact that I said I'm going to utilize the library more, and it's something that they push in. So if you guys have a local library, I appreciate it if you guys use them, because you know there are things happening. Anyway, so the question is, what the hell y'all got me reading? This is some crazy mess. So this is a story about this man. He's a scientist, very much, you know, a brilliant guy, but he had this thing for this woman, and he had this, you know, made up he was gonna marry her. He was all these things he was gonna do, but lo and behold, this woman had other plans. She went and got married. So when he found out she only knew the guy for maybe a month, he was devastated, but he felt like he can fix this. He's telling her, you need a divorce, you know, this wedding. You know, he's like, I have a house, I have this, I'm doing everything for you. And she's like, no. She done move on to with her life. She had a child with this man, everything. There's that obsession that he had with this woman, writing her letters, and the husband, now finding out, approached them and basically like telling him to stop. Things got out of hand, And it was an accident. And that's all I'm gonna leave it at. I'm not even gonna tell you no more. The crazy part is the man created a story of basically lying about what really happened when he could have told the truth. Like, he really could have told the truth, but he chose not to. Now the story is turned into this messy situation where I want him to get caught because he's psycho. And then I'm fearful for the woman in this, because I'm like, this is the kind of person that would like unalive that person and himself. That's how he comes off in this story. I ain't about this kind of crazy. Like, I like crazy where I'm rooting for the person's demise, but in a way where I'm like, it's just entertaining. This is just sad. It's just like, man, get it together. Like, that kind of obsession is sad. It is sad. It's disturbing. I mean, what they call it? This sweet sickness. Ain't nothing sweet about this, but it is a sickness. This book was published. Let's see when this book was published. And this author has, I mean, I'm looking at the list of books. She has a lot of books. A lot of books. This was published in 1960. This is a very old book. So this will be what you would call a modern classic. What the hell y'all got me reading? And why is this at who was reading this at a university? I mean, I'm nosy because it has all kind of things in here. I'm nosy, but we're gonna finish this and I'm gonna give you my final take on it. How he gonna get caught? Because he better get caught. He better get caught, and he better be thrown. I don't even think he need to be in jail. He need to be in a psych ward at this point. That's how I feel. He also living in like an apartment style kind of situation where they're renting rooms or whatever, and there's all these people with him, and this one girl really care, but she like fall for him, and she would be ideal for him, but of course his mind is on his ex that he's stalking and wouldn't leave the hell alone, that kind of deal. That was weird too, but it's a psychological thriller. I think that's what it's considered. So this is Vogue blurbed this, and it says, no one has created psychological suspense more densely and deliciously satisfying. It was a thing when it came out, but we still gonna ride with this. We're gonna ride with Patricia Highsmith. We're gonna ride with her a little bit. All right. So let's talk about what I purchased. I did not go ham because I do have some stretch in it. I don't have, and then I also had those 3 fabrics that I purchased last week. So I got this linen cotton. It's red. It's coming off really red on the camera. So I got 2 yards of this because I'm gonna make a top with this. I got, this is stretch. This is poplin, and it's mixed with something because there is a bit of a stretch, not a lot. Don't know I forgot to ask what this is really, but it does give me poplin, but it has a stretch. The stretch might be at 1%. And that's the main reason why I pick it up, and it's thick, like you can't see through it at all. And I was like, yes to the pants. So I got 3 yards of this, and I'm going to be making a flow. Oh, and it flows because I was where it was posted up against the wall. I was doing like this number on there, and it flows, and I was like, perfect for some pants. I also got this one as well, and this one I'm gonna have to serge the hell out of because gonna have to serge the hell out of this one because it's already doing this number. So this one I also got 3 yards off, and with the intention of making some pants. This one there's no stretch at all, but it's thick, you can't see through it, and that was like what I was doing with most of these from this store. And so also wanted to make some pants with those. The other stuff is fun stuff. So I got this printed one, and I want to make a jumpsuit with this. And I also, it is cotton, but it has structure, and I feel like this is going to be really nice for the jumpsuit I want to make with this. And then I got this one, which I thought was pretty, very spring summer vibes. And I don't know initially. Oh, by the way, I got 5 yards of this because it was actually really, the price was really good. So I don't know if I'm going to do a 2-piece set with this, or I'm thinking a fun blazer with this, because I think this would be fun doing a blazer dress. I think a blazer dress. The thing is, I don't want to line it, so I'm kind of like try not to do any blazer that I got a line for the summer or spring, because it's going to be hot. I want something that I can get away with that is not going to be hot. So I am going to put this in the back burner for a little bit because I really think about what I want to do. But I think it's a 2-piece set will be nice as well. For sure, this is also 5 yards that is going to be able to do the jumpsuit. And of course, these 2 pants and a top. So that's going to keep me busy for the next couple of weeks before Easter. I think that jumpsuit might be my Easter outfit. I have not decided what I wanted to do exactly. I had a pattern that I thought about doing an Easter for, but I'm not sure. But I also have those pink fabric that I bought as well that I need to just start cutting. That's another thing I need to do, is to just cut, like have a day where I just cut out all these patterns and have them prep, and then when the mood hit me, start doing that. I forgot, I went in the store with the whole idea I was going to get some more canvas so I can do another bag, and then I forgot. I walked out the store, got all the way down the block, and when I remember, I said, oh shucks, I was supposed to get a yard of canvas. So I would have to do that at my local place. So that's it for now. I am going to get back to that. I need to work on a journal mood blog post, which will be up tomorrow. Well, before you guys see this video, it will be up on blog and Instagram as well. So that needs to be done because tomorrow I have to post all of that. So yeah, see you in a minute. Hey guys, so I'm home, and I have been home for a couple of hours now. So I just posted the Journal Mood Spring Edition calendar. I also posted on my blog the calendar as well. So those of you who don't have Instagram, you can hit up the blog and the calendar will be there. So right now I did finish this book before I left New York. I also need to do my planner. It's my planner that I use every week. So I'm gonna stop doubting some of you guys, because for the most part, there's probably only, I've been doing the Journal Move from the Jar for 2 years now, and this is 3 months in. And I think there's only one book where I was like, it just wasn't for me. Everything else I've enjoyed, I've gotten something from. I don't know why I doubted this one, especially coming from my cozy little library. Because, oh, this was good. This was good. This is definitely a twisted, psychological, suspenseful story. The ending was perfect. Like, the ending was like what you wanted, that what you expected to happen. But it makes you think of those people in real life who are not well mentally, who have severe obsession over people, who have on paper, if you really track all the things they have done, they will look so guilty, as if like they are just a cruel person. And in this case, you see that the deaths in this were truly accident. As a reader, you are fully aware of that, but it's just how this character, its mind works, that he ultimately was his worst enemy. Like, he ultimately screwed himself, and you see how it is done in the story. The author did an amazing job. I don't know who the hell she is, Patricia Highsmith, and she got other books. I'm intrigued by this long list of books on here. It's over 20 books on here. And this is set in the 1950s, and you felt like it was the 1950s. The whole payphone, you know, putting the coins in the payphone, about taking charge from somebody who calling you from a payphone, how likely some people did live without a phone in their home. It is given that time period, which makes that the suspense part and the mystery part of this is so good for that purpose in the story. I do feel like I was frustrated in the beginning because it felt sad, and it is still sad, because the fact is how that kind of behavior was approached then than now. I think because we're exposed to so much social media, so much different things, that we will probably know this person ain't right and we'd have been running. Especially a particular female character in this, we've been running, and I think the timeline for this book is what makes the book even more interesting. I really didn't expect this. I was like, you know, halfway yesterday, and I was just like, I don't know about this, but oh my god, this was so good, so good. I'm very much surprised how I feel about the book after finishing versus when I was at the halfway point thinking this man is just crazy, to the point where it was like, it was making me like not enjoy some parts of it, because I was like, no, it cannot be this crazy. But he was. It made sense. It was wild. It was sad, because there's one character that died in this, and it was like, it was pure a psychotic moment. It wasn't, I felt like, no god. Then again, I'm thinking of those in prison that's like, you know, things happen, and even when they tell the truth, no one's gonna believe them because of all the crazy things that they have done, that nobody's gonna believe that that particular act was an accident. Like, yeah. And then I put this up because I was on a roll. I picked this up. I was on a roll. I'm in. But the main character now, let me tell you, when I picked this up, I knew it's a popular book. You see it everywhere. And I only read The Teacher from Frida McFadden. So I don't really know anything else but The Teacher, and I enjoyed The Teacher. But this one, because it was so popular, I know I need to read. But right now, I didn't know who the villain is. I didn't really know the plot per se of the book, and I'm kind of glad I did that. But what I'm gonna say is, it is fitting that they would choose the housemaid being a desperate person who need a job. In this case, the character is spent almost 10 years in prison and don't have anything, living out their car, and took this job. Because a normal person that had means and someone to support them and a home to go to would have been like, peace out, from when the first interaction from the pool boy, what is he? Pool boy, the yard boy. Because this family is crazy. Like, I'm trying to see how it's gonna go, but part of me is like, look here, what's she about to do now? If y'all got to chapter 24, I almost feel like she deserves whatever she gets. So if you read this, you kind of get the gist of what I'm going at. Because why would you do that? Why would you go and child? But we're gonna continue this in the next video and hopefully get to the last March Madness book. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. Yeah, so that's where I'm at now, and I'm going to again do some other stuff, and I'm going to start my journal. I can't believe I've not even started. I did say I was going to, but it just didn't happen. And because I'm doing an embroidery kind of setup, I need to start now. So I'm going to cut out the fabric. I'm going to measure this, cut out the fabric, and just at least start the embroidery part. And I think because that's going to be the hardest, and that's going to be the most focused part. This way I can focus on other stuff for the rest of the week. Oh, I did, so I'm gonna put a picture here. I did get the buckles. I put the buckle on, but I feel like I needed one size up for the buckle because it felt weird. But the jacket is done and it's wearable now. It's still kind of cold. This morning was a bit, when I got home I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't even know. I needed to get back to a 60 degree because I feel like it's more of a 55, 60 degree kind of jacket. Granted, I will wear like a long sleeve under it. But right now it's a little nippy. The temperature did drop, but it's done and I'm super happy about it. And but at least, yeah, so now that that's finished, I can solely focus on my journal. My mother also liked the previous bag that I made, the green and brown one. She preferred that one because she feel like she will wear that more often. And my bag, the black bag I made in the previous video, it gives very much office computer kind of vibes, you know, put your computer in there, go about. She said the other one gives more casual vibes, I think, and so she liked that one. So I'm gonna work on that. I did not create a pattern, so now I'm gonna have to trace it and draw it for a pattern that I can do again if I need to make another one for someone else. But you know, but she likes that one, and I do too, because I do wear that one the most since I've made all the bags, because it's just big. I did not realize how much I was gonna like how big that bag was. I kind of felt like it was too big, but it's actually a good size because I could throw a whole lot of stuff in that bag. But yeah, so that's it as far as crafting. But yeah, I will continue. We have, what are we, the 23rd. You guys will see this on Tuesday. But I have a week, 8 days I think, to do all of this. So the next video, which should be on Saturday, I hopefully the journal will be done and I'll be able to show you guys what I was able to create and the process of me creating this journal. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Homegirl tripping. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.